Whoa, what a great intro. Today is an amazing day, and I look forward to the discussions, earnestly. And I hope that you're also eager, as we have uh, a reputable, all right, certified Gallup strength test, Gallup strength coach in the person of Gilda Younis Chagoury. I'm going to be reading her profile in a bit. She's already in the studio, and be rest assured that you know, today is going to be a great day. So let's read our profile. Let's read our profile just as we come in. Gilda believes everyone is a beautiful work of kinjitsu. What to know why? Want to know why? Kinjitsu techniques, above all else, is the art of repairing something broken to be even stronger and more beautiful than before. This is the essence of resilience, finding ways to cope with traumatic events in a positive way, learning from negative experiences in our past, taking the best from them, and convincing ourselves that it is exactly these moments and events that make each person uniquely precious. Hilda is deeply passionate about working with those persons who feel broken on some level, and she partners with them to restore what they feel has been lost. For her, no one is ever broken or irreparable, and the light is never gone, only diminished. The fire can always be rekindled, and she finds great joy in working with others to restore the flame. Having spent several years in relationship coaching experience prior to the Gallup certification, she's equally comfortable coaching individuals, families, parents, youth, and couples. Carefully connects the information provided to help restore tranquility and regain positive engagement. Hmm. Gilda is a strengths ambassador. She's currently in Lebanon, but also flies between Nigeria and other African countries. She's a strong believer in launching strength focused schools, launching and building strength focused schools, businesses, and communities. She passionately dedicates herself for this purpose. With the help of her own unique cultural background and language proficiency in Arabic, English, and French, she aims to serve as many communities as she is able to do. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today, Gilda, Younis, Chagoury.
Hey, Taiwo, thank you for the beautiful introduction and thank you for having me today. Yes, as you said, I see people as a kintsugi. I never give
Wow.
up on anyone. We,
Wow.
we sometimes do make mistakes, we do fall, but it doesn't mean we can't fix ourselves to be the best version of ourselves. And that's how I found Clifton Strength. And it has helped me to actually help people fix
Mm.
themselves within themselves. There's nothing
Whoa.
wrong with them. They just need to discover their strength, work on them, and see how beautiful, what a beautiful piece they are. And then once they work on that, they flourish and they become the best version of themselves.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's my path.
Wow, I'm already feeling the energy in the house, and it's I'm so delighted I have you here, and we've known ourselves for a while now, uh,
Yes.
but I like the audience, to talk, because I'm sure they're curious as to when you say kintsugi,
Yes.
kintsugi. Yes,
Yes.
please, can you
Kintsugi.
tell us what that kintsugi? Can you tell us what kintsugi is really about?
Fugi is the art of fixing something broken. Let's say you have a vase and that vase
Hmm.
breaks. Usually, we tend to throw that vase. If someone, for instance, is going through a tough time, we would say, oh, let's forget about it. No, on the contrary, we take that vase and we fill it in with gold. And it becomes a better, best version of that vase. It becomes nicer. It's never forgotten. It just gets better and better the more you work on it and the more you invest in it. And that's exactly how, when I'm coaching with my top five, that's how I do it because I have harmony. I have connectedness, I have positivity, I have input and restorative. So basically, when I'm coaching someone, I'm looking into what they want from me. I collect the information, and then once I have all the information, I work with them for them to just restore themselves to the best version of themselves, and of course, restore harmony, peace of mind, and the well-being they're supposed to be in.
Awesome. Wow. That's a huge, tax. So maybe at some point, beyond just the strengths back-to-back coaching that we usually have, I might have to have you take me on this new act. And I truly hope that maybe as a broken verse, I can be mended
Yeah.
together. Okay, just so that we keep this, because time seems to be moving on so fast. Today we are focusing on capitalizing on strength as an avenue for team building, and this is a very broad, team building. You know how it is. There are tons of books on team building, and then merging it on with strength. But we need to set out a clear direction as to some of the things that happen in even around this segment. So you hear things like it takes the teamwork to make the dream work. And I feel honestly that that's an incomplete statement. And knowing that it's incomplete, we must say, look, at what point, at what point um, must we, begin to inculcate other things to making sure that the dream work. So it's not just the teamwork. It's not just the teamwork. It's about aiming. There must be a goal, and the second thing is that there must be a, what you call the ability to aim. But you, from your strengths perspective, can you please take us on this journey? As to making the dream work. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Gallup has proven over and over again that once you start using your strength, and you utilize it, it increases the overall of engagement and well-being. The more so you can be engaged, and you can be, but if you're not feeling well, you're not going to bring out a good outcome. And as a team, you need to know each other's strength in order for you to know what you can bring into the table. So strength is the language, strength is the vehicle that is used for the higher engagement and well-being. So hence comes the importance of knowing that we need to focus on well-being, because just engaging people is not enough. Because if they're engaged and their well-being is not existing, 61% of them face burnout. And it has been proven with Gallup lately, especially with the ongoing crisis that we're all going through, and the remote work, that everything has changed. People are showing more depressions, anxieties, burnout. So in order for us to reduce the burnout, to reduce the anxiety, and reduce the depression, we need to work on their well-being. So that's it, and we can't simply deny.
Sorry. So Gilda, I love that flow of our discussion. I'm already, in fact, I love the way you're taking this discussion. I'm aware that, and being a certified Gallup strength coach, that there's the role of the individual. So there's the individual awareness, where
Yes.
we move from awareness to appreciation and then application. Okay. There's also the elements around the team dynamics. And so what I'm trying to do is, I know we're going to have to talk about some of these things, even though we have limited time. But I also now like how you have moved this towards well-being. Can you please, because well-being is such a critical element,
Yes.
So if there's no well-being, there also cannot be the application of strength. So can you please start to talk around, what is well-being? And then we'll move on to talk around the elements of well-being. So please tell me, what then is well-being?
Well, first, as you said, Taiwo, we have 5 types of well-being, which you will be naming them later on. But if any of them, like we might be good with ourselves, but then we're not good at work, whatever part of your well-being you're not good at, and you're not feeding with your talents and your strength, you won't flourish. You won't be engaged. You won't be wanting to go to work. And the same way, if you're not happy at work and you're not being taken care of at work, when you come back home, that package will come back home, and then it will affect your physical, your social being, So for instance, Gallup has discovered that when people are not thriving, meaning they're not doing well in their 5 elements of well-being, they seem to miss 53% working days. And it generally affects, even medically, people that are not feeling well will cost their business much more than when they're happy at work or happy in general, when they're thriving in their 5 elements of well-being. So it's a big responsibility. Managers shouldn't just care about just now, being engaged and producing what they want them to do. If they, in return, do not take care, do not look at that person as a whole, they can't expect much from him. And especially nowadays, it will affect their business big time. Big time.
Wow. So, my team, they come up and say, look, well-being goes beyond physical health. And that's true. And well-being is very key. It's pivotal to anything that you want to do, even in the workplace. Either you want to engage, you want to experience full engagement, you want to experience productivity, or even profitability. Now, you mentioned those 5 elements, and maybe I should just run through, for those that are not with us and are not familiar with this environment. The 5 elements, oscillate around the career well-being. So there's the career well-being, and Gilda will be talking about the career well-being. There's the social well-being, okay? There's the financial well-being. There's the physical well-being, and then there's the community well-being. Now, I truly appreciate, and I know you have passed in this area. So can you please one by one on
Yes.
these categorizations of the various elements? It will be such a great delight to have you talk around that.
I will go through each one that you just stated. For instance, the career well-being is a combination of our love of what we do each day. That's where strength comes in. The team needs to know what I like to do at work. Like if I'm a person that likes doing things on my own, and they ask me to go in public, I will never thrive. So my manager, my group needs to know each other's, what do they like, what do they bring to the table. Once this is achieved, we need to go to the social well-being, the quality of relationship. For instance, nowadays, I won't tell you need to have 15 friends. No, but you need to take care, you need to take care of your family, your close friends, the relationships that you have right now, the ones that you can control. You need to work on them so they can become fruitful, because happy at home is happy at work is happy at home. So it all goes together, So reach out to friends, reach out to family, make sure that your social well-being is also fed. Your financial well-being is, of course, your security of your finance. That comes if, for instance, now your finance is not well. That's where your manager, if you speak up to him and he's open to that, he can work into a way to secure more financial security. Physical well-being, I'm not saying every single person has to become an Olympic player or go into the hard work, but we need to a certain extent take care of our body. For instance, if you like meditation, if you need praying, whatever makes you feel better with your body, you need to do it. If it's walking for half an hour 3 times a day, you need to take care of your physical body too. And of course, you need to take care of your community well-being. And then that's where you need to see, where can I contribute for the community? For instance, like I'm playing a role now with giving pro bono coaching. That makes me feel good in my community well-being. I'm helping people that can't help themselves financially to have a coaching session. I do that. It makes me feel good. So once those 5, and don't ever think that if I'm doing well at work or I'm doing good at home, everything will be okay. No, those 5 pillars are essential. The 5 of them needs to be working well. And sadly, only 7% of people are able, have been proven to have this well-being all working well for them. So that's where a manager needs to invest in either getting coached to know what his team needs, or get in some coaches like you and I, Taiwo, to help him figure out a way to create a better well-being in his business environment.
Wow. So now you're saying that for me to try. And for those that are listening to us today, Gilda has just touched on something very salient. She said that for us to try, and this is general knowledge now, even though it's not common, for you to try, there must be a state of well-being. And well-being is much more than the security, is much more than security of finance and all of that, or health. It's that for you to lead, all right, as an individual, you must be strong as an individual. And for you to be strong as an individual, then you also must have a strong state of well-being. That means that you're at that point where, because when the well-being is not in check, that's when you have poor performance. That's when you have depression. That's when you have issues around absenteeism and all of that.
Yeah. And
we'll get to that. But the reality, and I love what you just said, along those 5 lines. So only 7%, only about 7% of people have been proven to have a good working well-being. Wow. I think I'm not part of that 70%, but I must work towards that 70%. Because
most of us are not. Most of us are not. That's
so
why
we must. The first is let's say that again. The first is the social career well-being.
Yeah.
So you must be your career well-being. That means at that stage you must have a career guide, a plan. Then the second one is the social.
Yes.
The social well-being.
Your friends, your family, the people you care for, the people that care for you.
Wow. Back in school, they told me something about social. They said man is gregarious in nature.
Yes.
So even if you are introverted or extroverted, you still need a community.
Definitely.
And during the pandemic, that was one of the key things that shocked a lot of people. We found out that even those that were introverted still needed to connect, and so there was a void. Interesting. So the third one now is financial well-being.
As you said, Taiwo, once you wanted that $1 million. It's not only $1 million. It's just you sustaining yourself and feeling good about it right now. With the ongoing crisis, we tend to look at the big picture, but right now we need to focus on the small picture. What are we able to control? Right now, I'm capable of doing this much amount of money. I need to work on it. I need to voice out if I think I deserve a raise, if I believe the business can give me a raise. All these things can go under the financial well-being.
Well-being. Now, and to the physical. So you now said, look, the physical well-being is, I know for those that are listening to us, I'm wondering, but you guys said we're going to be talking about teams. Well, just so that you know, this is essentially around the focus on that before you can have a strong team, you must have a strong individual. And before you can have a strong individual, that individual must have a strong state, all right, of his well-being intact. Because that way, that's the only time you can thrive. And when you thrive, and that's when you move into abundance. And that's when you can up productivity, up profitability, reduce your downtime, and increase your turnaround time. So Gilda, please, the studio. I need Gilda here. I need Gilda. No, bring Gilda on board. I need Gilda. Yes, Gilda. Now, this bit. So the physical. Just almost talking about the physical, is that I do about roughly about 10,000 steps every day. So I equate that to about maybe 6 kilometers or 7, as the case may be. And the moment I started to do those walks or exercises, like 10 minutes drill, and then another 40 minutes walk, I noticed that my sense of alertness increased.
Of course.
So when you talk about the physical well-being, please share your own experience on the physical well-being.
For instance, you are more vibrant. I am more easy, because of my talents. I know that I'm more into yoga, more into meditation. So I've learned to add up some more meditation, some more yoga. Each one has a way of finding a way to align with yourself, because after all, if you don't take care, like you can go ahead. We all went into eating really badly at the beginning of the crisis and the confinement at home. But there was a time we all realized if we do not take care of ourselves, eventually we will get sick. So taking care, doing that walk that you do, me doing my meditation, going in nature, whatever makes your body feel better, do it, because you need it. You need to feel good in yourself. That's where physical well-being goes in.
Yoda, so look, so that people take the benefit, because I know the issues around strength, capitalizing on strength, as an avenue for building, team building, is broad. And just so that for this segment, because the time is so short, we might not be able to exhaust all of this even in 3 hours. I will have less than 7 minutes. One of the things I wanted us for you to please help us, begin to just touch a bit on, is the area of the team dynamics. Remember, when we started, you alluded to the fact that, one, there's the individual coming to the awareness of their strengths. And then the second thing was the interactions between the teams. So can you please tell us about the team dynamics,
Yes.
just so that we can take this, and then for whoever is listening and going to watch it, they will take a benefit from capitalizing on strengths as an avenue for team building.
As a team, first of all, we need to start with the manager. The manager needs to know his strength, and he needs to know what he needs and what he expects from his workers. Is expected from them. And in order for them to work in a team, they need to know what are they good at. And that's where people fall in 4 domains. We have Gallup, Clifton Strength, divides us into 4 domains. For instance, Taiwo, you fall under influencing, I fall under relational. So each one of us has a role to play. We can't say if the whole team has influencing team, it won't work. We need of everything in a team, of everyone. Everyone has a role to play in a team. So basically, the 14 goes as I will tell them. Executing are the people that know how to make things happen. They are the one that manage. They take charge. They are the workers. They are the people that execute stuff. You give them the idea and they can execute it. They are the influencing people. They are, on the other hand, are the people that take charge. They speak up. They make sure they are heard. So they are the one usually you send out to send the message of what the team wants to send. Like, they are the people that influence others, and they are the relational building domain. The relational building domain are the people that glue the group together. Imagine if we had only a team that would influence and would execute. Who would take care of everyone? Who would glue everyone together? Here comes the relational people. The relational people are the magnet to feelings, and that's where well-being falls in. Because if you don't have relational people, how will they feel when someone is down, when someone needs a hand, when they are there? And the strategic thinkers are the ones that analyze the best outcomes and the best decisions. So basically, every team needs those 4 domains. We can't say we just need the thinkers or we just need the influencers, or any team that lacks in any of them will not synchronize well. Therefore, it's very important that we discover as a team our strength, what each one of us can bring to the table, and then each one will know his role in the team, and the synchronization will be much better.
You've taken us on a journey. Unfortunately, we are short of time, and this is something I love talking around. And this, we always have our strength discussion, and even in this strength discussion series, I'm sure people are wondering what is really going on. Okay, guys, look, we have 2 Gallup certified strength coaches, globally certified strength coaches, and like Gilda currently, in part of our own assignment, she currently does a bit of pro bono coaching. So, do you want to get insights? Very soon, we're going to display our details. So you probably might just be lucky to be coached by Gilda. But that's not even it. You need to do the test. You need to do your strength test. So I encourage people. So my own top 5, I'm leading with strategic, and then I have second as command. The third is significance. That's why we're having something like this. And then I have what you call deliberative as my executing strength. And then finally, I have learner. That means I also am able to garner resource, just to move forward. Yoda, I can't thank you enough. But before we end this, okay, this segment, hoping to see you some other time on the strength discussion series, I'd like to ask, what would be your closing remarks in helping people, to capitalize on their strengths, towards building a veritable, viral, and strong team? Over to you.
I would invite every single person to invest in knowing their strength, because once they know their strength, they will have self-awareness, and they will know how to express and regulate themselves and share their needs with others. And when all that is happening, they can achieve well-being, and they can become more engaged and more happy in their life.
Whoa. Look, I can't thank you enough. I honestly can't thank you enough. You just made my day, and I'm sure for whoever is listening, you've also been able to. I see comments. Osuf, is it Osuf saying wonderful presentation? And look, Osuf, if you've not taken the strength test, you need to know your strength.
It's a game changer, guys. You need to take it.
You need to take your strength. You need to know your strength.
Changer. Just you seeing how unique you are makes a big difference, because we all look at what is wrong with us. We are unique. We are wonderful, and Clifton Strength helps us discover that.
Awesome. And I wish I could keep you longer. Your time is valuable, and we also have promised that we'll not go beyond 30 minutes. But yes, so whoever is listening, and if you're watching the replay, we had a wonderful time with Gilda. Gilda is a globally certified strength coach. She operates between Lagos, Nigeria, Lebanon, and even Lome. I'm sure, is it Lome or Togo?
Yes, Togo. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
You're
she's
right. You
she's
still remember.
I remember, yeah. So she's Pan African. Oh, don't look at her color.
Yeah, yeah. I was born
She
in Africa.
speaks French. Yeah, she speaks French. She speaks English, and she speaks Arabic.
Yeah.
So in case you want some guidance as to you want a coach to teach you on the strength methodology, all you need to do is you have our contact details there. But we also, beyond that, are able to give you the strength assessment test. So currently, Strength Africa, the organizers of this event, they are doing the February Valentine promo. So there's a discount. So if you are interested in doing the test, I think they have a link in the description or in the bio. You could take advantage of that, their Valentine package, and the strength test has now been discounted. I think up to about 20 or 25%. Wow, amazing! Look, you don't even know what you're going to miss if you don't take advantage of that time. I'd like to say thank you so much, Gilda, and please, my
Soon, Taiwo.
things to those they're in Lebanon today, right?
Yes, Lebanon. See you soon.
Yes.
Hopefully, I'll be
Shout out
visiting
to
Nigeria.
great, great. All right, bye.
Bye.
Whoa. It's been an awesome time. I've had Gilda, and together we've been able to dimension and dissect how to capitalize your strengths as an avenue to build strong teams. Remember, what is intrinsic is there must be the state of well-being. You must have a high sense of state of well-being. Your state of well-being must be high. And then it's only when that is high that you can start to talk about your individual strengths. And then until that is determined, you cannot start to address your team dynamics or your team's strength. So I want to employ anyone that is on set today or listening to us. Start with your well-being. Your well-being is critical. And I don't know how to administer. I'm not a therapist, but once you're able to establish your well-being, then you could go ahead to also do what we call an assessment of your strengths. And that way, with what Yoda has said around the community well-being, the social well-being, the financial well-being, the physical well-being, and which other well-being now? However, so you all have the list. If you could watch back again, you can now begin to try, all right, and experience productivity, profit, and be free from any form of depression. Okay, guys, I've had a wonderful time. I've been empowered. I look forward to seeing you all next week, same time, on this channel, on the Strength Discussion Series. It's the Startup Specialist, and I'm signing up now. Ciao. Thank you. Bye.